Yes, right across the nation. Good evening and welcome to The War on a week when John Howard announced he's going to stay on in the job for a fifth term.
Yes, a decision that by and large has been welcome and toasted by Conservatives everywhere. Mel Gibson obviously toasted a bit too hard, but that's Mel for you.
Look, I wasn't surprised by Howard's decision. I mean, when you think about it, Howard can't afford to retire. He needs a job to pay for this ever-rising mortgage of his.
I know. Well, you know he's had to change his election campaign slogan. Next time around, instead it's going to be John Howard, keeping interest rates quiet.
That's much better.
Probably doesn't matter, though, I reckon, just thinking about how high rates go, because Howard's so popular at the moment. Did you see those scenes in Melbourne with the school kids coming up to hug him?
Exactly. Well, that was a private school student, though, so he's just thanking him for all the extra funding. That's the thing.
And the big talking point, of course, was how this student had a screwdriver in his hand. Now, you'd think that would pose a big security risk, and we even asked Peter Costello how he'd feel if that guy jabbed a screwdriver into the eye of the PM.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Very honest. Very honest. Still, the screwdriver incident did expose holes in the PM security code.
Yeah, absolutely. And if they're cool about screwdrivers, where do they draw the line? I mean, what other implements is it okay to carry when hugging the Prime Minister?
I'll give you a handshake.
A handshake? Oh, that's okay.
Good to see you, mate.
Good to see you.
You're right.
Thanks very much. Thanks, good on you. Go for Menzies record, eh?
Johnny, he'll hug anyone. He's a tart, isn't he?
He gives good hug. I wanted another one after that.
Well, his security minders know he loves a hug, and by the looks of that, I'm sure they'd let anything past.
Not quite anything.
Just cutting some trees down. Thanks for the hug.
Are you watching your manhood go down the drain?
There's one thing I hate more than getting hit for six. It's losing my back hair. That's why I went to Advanced Back Hair Studio with the latest back hair enhancement techniques direct from Turkey. You'll feel more vibrant, more youthful, and more hairy. You'll feel fantastic with our patented advanced back hair replacement procedure.
How's that?
I'm in.
Call now and get a back and crack double absolutely free. Advanced back hair? Yeah.
Yes, all right. Once again, it's time for everybody's favourite segment, Say What? Okay, yes, thank you. Look, we've had some absolutely crazy entries sent in to us this week. First up, viewer Kate Larson found this on a menu in Hong Kong. Say what? I think I'll pass on the crap salad sandwich. Thank you, waiter. All right, viewer Pete Mitchell. He found these on his vacation in Vietnam. Say what? No, thank you, sir. The noodles you have on the run. All right. And finally, this one from Jill Ryan. She found this packet of rice in Japan. What on earth were they thinking?
It seems that these days you can get pretty well anything 24 hours a day. Pizzas, videos, locksmiths, you name it. Anything that is, except a doctor in a hospital. Go to an emergency waiting room these days, you're lucky to be there all night.
Yeah, but the question is, just how low does healthcare sit in our nation's list of priorities? To find out, I checked myself into a hospital emergency ward, but at the same time I called a range of other 24-hour services, and then I waited to see which one would come first. And I waited and waited until...
Well, the doctor came?
The pizza came.
Just what you needed to tide yourself over while your appendix was exploding.
Well, look, let's be fair to the hospitals here, OK? I was there really late. You can't expect a doctor to be available in a hospital at 11 o'clock at night like, say, a mortgage broker is.
So, Jazz. Hey, Australian Mortgage Brokers. Yeah, that's quite good. You need to get building insurance for settlement, but not for the loan.
Okay.
Good to see you.
Thanks. Oh, by the way, maybe you can help me out. I've got a sore stomach.
Yep.
I've been vomiting a bit. I've been having diarrhoea.
Oh, right.
Yeah, do you have any ideas what that might be?
I think you have to see a doctor.
Yeah.
Some handy financial solutions there, though.
Yeah, well, I hope his real estate advice is better than his medical advice. See a doctor. Good luck.
OK, so of all these guys you called, the pizza guys come, the mortgage guys come, surely it was the doctor next.
No, the Gorillagram.
This is a very special Gorillagram, especially sent to a certain human. When I name the person whom it's been sent... Sorry. OK, is there a Chaz here? Yeah, that's me. Sorry, just...
Taking outside, you're not doing it here.
Truth. Let's not be too hasty. Do you want a slice of pizza?
All right, we've been booted out.
Can I just ask you one thing before you go? Do you have any ideas what's wrong with me?
Not at all, but I suggest you eat grass. Works for me.
Oh, that's great. So you can eat the grass that you watch grow while you're waiting in the emergency room.
Well, it sounds like a solution for the health funding crisis to me. So let's hear it for our new healthcare providers.
In a world of lemon chicken and sweet and sour pork, only one man has the courage.
Why is everyone so boring? It's not the 1960s anymore. Jeez.
To order from the Chinese section.
What's this?
You don't like that one?
Oh, I reckon I would. What is it?
Only Chinese people order there. You don't like it?
I'm an adventurous diner.
Chinese menu for Chinese.
Well, I've been to Shanghai. The Mongolian lamb. I'm a bit more adventurous than that.
Look, this is not for you.
I'll have one. Thank you.
But how much traditional cuisine can one man handle? The Adventurous Diner.
Not for you. Not for you.
Tell you what, speaking of restaurants, I was out to dinner earlier in the week on a bit of a romantic date with one of the few women who Warnie wasn't out with that night. It was a very nice meal.
Cracked pepper?
No cracked pepper, I'm pleased to report, but the meal was still slightly spoilt because the restaurant had one of those violinists that comes up to your table and starts serenading you with some romantic tune.
Yeah, I hate that. Always makes me feel very self-conscious, especially while I'm out with my mother.
Oh, no, I mean, for me, it's not the music per se that bothers me so much. I actually don't mind a bit of music while I eat, but why does it always have to be the violin?
Oh, I hate the violin.
I hate
It's
the
just
violin
awful.
too. Surely it's time that we started seeing a few other instruments serenade couples at dinner time. Sir, madam, some music tonight? Like something more romantic? You're okay for kazoo? Do you want me to keep playing? No? You don't like the kazoo? Can you actually play it? This is the best I'm doing, sir. Hey, I'm just in the middle of a song.
No, I'm manager restaurant.
He told me.
Mate, I'll have security.
Something less traditional.
شنو هو الإعدام؟ صدام حسين قدم نفسه من أجل الشعب وهو طالب ثانوية. الضربة هي الأساس، أما الشخوص ما عندنا شيء شخصي ويا أحد. هل سألت نائب رئيس الجمهورية عن التعليق؟
في وقت من يأتي دورك وتدلي به.
لا من فضلك، ليس الحرس الشخصيين. حتى نعطيك معلومة. يساء إلى صدام محال للإعدام 3 مرات. هذه ليس المرة الأولى.
This week on Stateline, the fight for equality in the Australian workplace. As the rate of smoke breaks continues to rise, cocaine addicts in the finance industry are now demanding a snorto break of their own.
Put a formal snorto facilities in the offices?
Yes,
or?
they will.
Okay.
Should our nation's stockbrokers and traders be entitled to 3 official snorto breaks a day? And is there a risk it might open the floodgates for other addictions? The battle for the snorto on Stateline, Friday evening at 7:30, Saturday at noon.
And in other news this week, it was not the world's best week for Mel Gibson, was it? Firstly arrested for drink driving, which he blamed on rehearsals for his new film, The Passion Pop of the Christ.
No wonder he's drinking, though. I mean, he's also flat out working on making a sequel to Tequila Sunrise. It's called Tequila Rabbi.
I know a lot of people were surprised by the anti-Semitic rant, but to be honest, it's no surprise if you watch the deleted scenes on the Mad Max DVD.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Jews cause all the fucking wars in the world. Fucking Jews!
Why did they delete it? I don't know. Things got worse, of course, for Mel after photos surfaced of him partying with blonde women on the night of his arrest. And I tell you what, Craig, I cannot remember such a blonde-loving anti-Semite since this guy.
Yeah. In medical news, the pharmaceuticals company Roche has been investigated after it spent $65,000 to woo doctors with lavish dinners.
Well, you know what they say in business. There's no such thing as a free lunch unless you prescribe drugs from Roche.
I didn't see what all the fuss is about. As Roche said, it was an educational night.
What were they educating them on? Quaffing caviar or something?
Exactly, yes. Yeah. Look, the people I feel sorry for are the doctors that missed out on the freebies.
Well, I suppose they could just go to Roche themselves.
Hello, this is Roche. I'm hungry. What's for dinner? What have we got?
Who are you?
Oh, I'm just a doctor. I've been prescribing Roche pills. I'm up for some kingfish sashimi.
I need some more information.
Well, I've been prescribing pills to try and get some corporate entertainment. Come on, have some more. Come on, get in there. That's right. No more. But keep going. This will be good for you. All right. And if pain persists, see your doctor, all right? All right? Good. G'day, how you going? What's for dinner?
Probably sandwich from the canteen. You sign in?
We haven't signed in yet, no, but I think we're going out, aren't we? I don't want to eat in. We're going to Neil Perry or somewhere. I've been prescribing these pills. I've been doing good business for you.
Right.
And now I want some corporate
But
paper.
this is not all,
We'll leave.
honestly.
All right.
I can't believe I chose on that.
In television news, Channel 10 has launched the new reality series Yasmin's Getting Married, about a woman with only 9 weeks to find the perfect husband.
And as ever, not to be outdone, the ABC's just launched their own version, Chasmin's Getting Married. The heartbreaking tale of one pathetic man in drag looking for Mr. Right in all the wrong places.
Touching. Also this week, a bit of a safety warning. A Dell laptop exploded and burst into flames during a conference in Japan.
Yeah, not the first time that's happened either.
No, but Dell says they've taken care of the problem and it won't happen again.
And finally, Craig, back home, the Reserve Bank put up interest rates. Oh no, still working.
It's a Dell.
The Reserve Bank put up interest rates again this week, Craig. A move which the government has blamed on the price of bananas.
What are they now? $14 a kilo in some places.
14,
It's getting ridiculous.
Crazy.
Mind you, it's not all bananas, though. This one is still completely worthless.
That's true. Well, look, bananas are so expensive these days. They're almost a currency of their own. In fact, it's amazing what a bunch of bananas can get you now. G'day, how you going? Just a muffin, thanks. Like, how much is that? $2.80. There we go. 280? That's yeah. 280. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I wanted to get $10 US if I can.
Just 10 US?
Yeah. I've just got that. Will that do it? Hang on a sec. I think I can do that. I don't do Aussie dollars anymore. I only do Aussie bananas.
Bananas.
Really? Why not?
Mate, I know.
Come on, mate, they're worth more than this.
I know,
they're worth much more than this. Come on.
I have to pass them.
Can I slice them up? Take banana chips.
That's right, shoppers. A range of genuine Scandinavian sex toys here today at Sexpo. Our competitors inflate prices, here we inflate rubber dolls. So what about you lot? You could use a perineal vibrator. Huge dildos. If you can fit this in your arse, it's yours. The volume of custard in your wank tanks will be massively reduced. You wouldn't believe the size of the jubblies that we've got on offer today. It's extraordinary. The size of these boobular bargains is mind-boggling. So bring your truck, bring your trailer. Probably don't bring the kids. I suppose you're here to give me some discipline. And I'm being shot down by a man with 100 penises.
Now, first up, a great lesson from Today Tonight about protecting your sources. You see, this next lady didn't want to be identified, so they shaded out her face, and now there's no way you could possibly know who she was.
Penny Jones doesn't want to be identified, fearing retribution from the Wright family.
Penny Jones, your secret's safe with us.
They always get their talent on these shows, don't they? When Today Tonight did an informative report on how to make your hair look good, they didn't just get any hairdresser. They got this stylish fellow on the left.
Oh, look, give him a break, Hanso. I think he's great. I love the new look he gave Naomi Robson.
All right, but on to today's lesson now, ethnics. Now, the first thing I learned about ethnics is that they are everywhere.
It's on, wave after wave, the foreign invasion of Australia's workforce.
Yes, they are everywhere. Did you know that over the last 10 years, 50,000 Chinese people have moved to New South Wales?
Well, 50,000's not that many.
No, it's not, but what's 50,000 in current affairs language?
New South Wales is the clear favourite, with nearly 60,000 Chinese setting up home base.
Well, look, to be fair, current affairs shows are very careful when it comes to a sensitive issue like ethnicity.
Oh, yeah, the last thing you'd want to do is inflame the situation.
Operation Middle East. They have no respect for the law, so here comes the crackdown.
Like a pack of wild animals in a feeding frenzy over a carcass, gang crime driven by race.
That is absolutely true. Ethnic gangs are a huge problem. Just look at this list of gang names.
I mean, look at the disgraceful list of gangs here. I mean, oh, hang on a sec. Just go back a bit there on the
bedwetting posse.
I see there. Incontinent and dangerous. Well, no wonder passions are so high, but look, fortunately, when ACA wanted some expert comment about foreign workers, they chose to approach these renowned sociologists for their detached academic view of the situation.
Say, Buzzy, jobs!
guest workers, which I term as germ workers.
Why do you call them germ workers?
Well, a germ is something that undermines you. There's nothing good about a germ.
Profound. Meanwhile, Today Tonight has found their own race expert, this fishing store owner.
Dean Ruff says he's not a redneck or a racist. He just doesn't want migrants buying his bait and tackle. Between he's so fed up, he made this sign for his front door.
Now, let's just take a look at that sign again, can we? If you can't speak or understand English and won't Leanne, do not entry.
There you have it, in plain English.
Yes, and if you want to hear more of Dean Ruff's views, I recommend his autobiography, My Loaf.
The question is, what effect does all this ignorant hysteria have on your audience? Well, that can be answered by a Today Tonight poll. Should migrants be stripped of their citizenship if they don't share Australian values?
Deporting people with different values, a fairly reasonable proposition, and TT's level-headed viewers gave a pretty moderate response.
99% of people saying yes, while only 1% disagreed.
But what exactly are these Australian values anyway? Current affairs shows don't have a lot to say about them, actually, but they are very good at telling us what's un-Australian. For example,
tonight's scandalous markups on food.
I think it's very un-Australian.
The jury is still out on private parking inspectors.
I think they're very un-Australian.
One rule for the high flyers and another for the rest of us is un-Australian. Well, now to something very un-Australian. Residents of a caravan park are told to pack their bags and get out.
Have the hide to ban sausage sizzle fundraisers. If you thought shortchanging our kids was un-Australian.
This woman was slugged more than $1,000 in fines for a car she never owned.
It's un-Australian.
It's quite an exhaustive list there.
Well, we think it's about time people were tested for how Australian they are. And who better to start with than the very people who created the rules? So test 1, 2 sets of rules. I went to Today Tonight. Can you let me into the building, please? If I was Naomi Robson, would you let me into the building? You would. So you'd let Naomi Robson in, but not me.
Test 2, private parking inspectors at ACA. Need to get some tickets to these guys here. I'm a private parking inspector. You don't mind? That's okay? Fantastic. Thank you very much for that.
And test 3, would Today Tonight ban a sausage sizzle?
Sizzle, sausage, sizzle, sausage, sizzle. Free sausage sizzle.
Fire hazard.
Sorry, Claire.
Fire hazard.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Sausage sizzle's off.
And test 4, would ACA evict a caravan? Just want to ask you another question as well. Guys, my mates here just were hoping to move in, just out the front here in the driveway.
Hey, buddy.
Would you like to move in with them?
Mate, tell them come in.
Come in?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, come on. Come on.
Just make yourselves at home.
And you don't mind if the caravan stays out the front, do you?
No, not at all.
That's fantastic.
What are you doing sober?
Is totally Australian. You guys are more Australian than Today Tonight.
Mate, this is how Australian I am. That's Ray Martin.
Yeah.
Right? That's for you.
So the results are in, and the current affair was Australian 1 point to 0, which means Today Tonight will have to be deported.
Thank Christ for that. And a big thanks to Ben Fordham for this photo. Yeah, we'll be sure to treat it with all the respect it deserves.
Actually, while we're on the media, I was looking at the latest radio ratings a couple of days ago. Well, interesting results, guys. Firstly, Triple J's been doing much better since you left.
Obviously, yeah.
And one that really caught my eye, Radio National. Have a look at that, a 1.6 share of the audience.
Well, I know a lot of people are saying that unless Radio National picks up its act in the ratings, it could be axed, and that might explain the latest format change. Have you seen their new promos?
No, I haven't.
Oh, Frank Kelly's totally revamped her breakfast show in a bid to make it much more competitive with the likes of The Cage, Kyle and Jackie O. Have a look.
Switch to Frano's and the Morning Crew with Jero and Gratz serving up extra long blocks of non-stop stock reports.
Today's inflation numbers, any further impact from them on the dollar?
Now with never more than 2 stories about Indonesia in a row and an even better mix of interviewees in their 70s, 80s and their 90s.
This buffer zone that Israel is...
Weekdays from 6, look out for the Radnat Thunders cruising the streets, giving out cans of icy cold latte. Better news and more of it. Frano's and the Morning Crew on Radio National. It's a little bit wrong, but oh so left.
Well, I'm afraid that's about all we have time for tonight. But remember, you can now download the entire show on podcast. Simply go to abc.net.au/chaser and click on the video podcast section.
Or just do what you've been doing all year and pirate it on BitTorrent.
Have yourself a great weekend. We'll catch you next week.
Good luck.